New Year, and welcome back to Scrap Stash and Mayhem. I know I took the December off, and I was busy cleaning up my craft room and going through stuff and getting different ideas for this. And then a friend gave me these calendars, and as nice as they are, it just didn't suit my purpose because I had no room for it on my table, and it takes up a lot of space, and you know, it's really not a pretty, the flowers are pretty, of course, but it's hard to see this, and then you got to flip it over to look at the calendar months, and it's like, no, that's too much. So Sophie got an idea to go, you know what, we are going to revamp it. So I took that and I cut that bottom part off. This here, I cut this off. And I saved this because I have a different plan for it. So what I did was, we got to make sure that we're on the right. Yeah. Okay, so what I did was I inked this just because I didn't want that white to be showing through. And then I had made, from my scraps, I had made a masterboard. So I cut it down to size, and I embossed, and I did some mixed media on it, and I figured that would make a perfect cover. So I'm just going to see if I can get, yes, there we go. This stuff makes a mess, but I didn't want to spend the time in gluing and waiting for glue to dry. And I'm going to put this right like this, keeping it a little ways away, just a little bit away from here, because we want to make sure it doesn't interfere. Get that pressed in there nicely. And then this one's going to be my back cover. If I need to, no, I need to trim this a bit. I can see. That's okay. We'll trim that a little bit. Like so. This will make it much easier for it to sit on my desk. There we go, like that. And we're just going to do the same thing here. I did all this ahead of time, so you didn't have to watch me tape this and cut things. And I'm not going to give you any measurements because you may have something like this and you may not. But whatever you have is going to be a different size than what I got. Unless, of course, you got one of these calendars too. Which is possible. Okay, I can see. Sometimes my measuring is not very accurate. Although I did measure and then I put this through the embosser, so it might have stretched a little bit as I crushed the fibers, I guess. It's a possibility. Okay, then what I did was, we're going to keep this as our cover, right? Yeah, I'm keeping the 27 calendar there because sometimes you need to reference. And if you remember back a while ago, I did, in the Scrap Stash and Mayhem, was playing with envelopes, and I thought this little house kind of, I think, goes on there. So I put some double-sided paste tape on this. I don't know where I found this as I was looking for something else. Oh, why is that here and why am I not using it? And we're just going to place that right about there, I think. And then we'll come back to that in a little while. So now I'm using paper that I have had for a while. There we go, this still does the pocket thing, yeah. There we go. Okay. And so what I did was the same thing. I just took my papers and I cut them and put this on here, the double face tape on here. Yep. Sometimes it's not that easy to get off. I need a little picky tool. I shouldn't probably be using this, but you use what you got, right? I don't have a picky tool yet. Okay, and again, just keep it away from here. And I can see I'm going to have a little bit. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that little bit showing. Yeah, I'm good with that. And I just, different pieces of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up. And then I'm going to fast forward this because you don't need to watch me do each and every one of these, do you? I didn't think so. So I'm going to shut up now. I have so much paper in my stash that it's time to use it. But I did find, because I was looking at, of course, doing it. Let's flip it this way. There we go. Easier for me. Okay. There we go. Now we got all the pages done. So then I was looking through, because I thought, well, on this one I can write, you know, but some of these maybe not writing on this so much. So I thought, well, let's find something. And I went in my stash and I found this that I had bought quite a while ago. And it's a paper pad. And I thought, you know, this is actually works out pretty good. I might not put it on this one. Let's just put it for now. Let's just put it on the calendar pages. Oh, how did you do that, Soap? You missed a full piece. How did that work? Well, let's go to our scraps. Because heaven knows I have lots of scraps. Here's the green page. Now let's put this one in here. Okay. I can't believe, well, see, it doesn't matter how much you prepare, you can always mess up. Okay, and I got this in the way. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. Okay, now we're back to at it here. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm somewhat straight, and we're just going to take and rip that. And then let's take one of my little strips that I know are too short, but that's okay. Let's just do the whole thing. We're not saving it for anything. It'll be a little piece. I can't believe that I missed one. My goodness. No, I can believe it. Because it's me. It's me. And I'm still not fully recovered from my cold. You may be able to hear it still in my voice. Still a little nasally. But it seemed to have been on the mend. And then it just decided to kick me down one more time. And then it makes me think I'm okay. And then, no, it's back. It just doesn't want to go away. Just does not. So, we'll just wait for the day that the cold decides that, okay, I've had enough. Okay. I'm going to put the scrap piece on first. This, you may have seen me struggling with trying to get this off. This is really good double-faced tape. I don't know where I got it or how long I've had it for, but it's a really good one. It really wants to stick. And let's see, I'm going to put this one, line it up, oop, 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 right there. Like so, and leave that little, well, I guess that's how it's going. Just like glue, it tells you. You accidentally put it anywhere in the surface, any contact, it goes, no, this is where I'm staying. Now this book is just for me. So if it seems like I'm not that particular on things, it's because I have different plans and I'm going to make it very much mine. Okay. Now I can see I did that there. I don't like that. Let's trim that. Some things you can't hide. Okay. I know my camera's probably going crazy, right? There we go. There we go. Okay. So now back to the plan where I had thought of originally. I'm just going to get rid of this pile on my desk here because I'm going to make more mess and I want to kind of get this off of here. And it's all this little bits from from all this double-faced tape. And I'm going to have some more right away, but it's kind of falling and getting in my way. So I'm just going to take a moment to get rid of it. Okay. Now, as I said before, I'm going to leave this one just for a moment, and we're going to just take these, and we're going to make it that I can put this like this, and I can have a place that I can make my notes for whatever day it is that I need to make a note for. Gives me just that little bit of writing spot. And really, this is really good stuff. And I'm getting ready to go into a coughing spiel. So I'm going to shush, because you don't need to listen to me babble or cough while I do this. So I'm going to shush now and speed this up. got my mess cleaned up, and as you can see, I left a few pages with nothing on it, and along with these ones here. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at this whole booklet that I've got, and why couldn't I just do that? Put a nice mountain here. Let's see. That gives me extra space to write. Right? And I gotta trim off these here. And I'm just going to get my cutting mat, and we'll do that. Alrighty. And I'm going to run it like that. The handy dandy tool, I tell you. Am I all the way through? Come on. Yes, I am. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take these and put these over here with the other ones, because I have a plan for these as well. These are the other ones that I have. There we go. Oh, okay, yep, that's good. So I'm going to take some more of that double paste tape here. Oop. And I am going to just run it across here. And I think I just need the one piece, because like I said, this is very strong. Right there. Do you ever have that where you have a tool on your desk, but you go to use it and boop, it's gone. Okay, so let's get that mat out of the way. We don't need that anymore yet. Who knows? Okay, so I'm just going to put this right here. This I just picked up at Dollar Tree, I believe it was, quite a while ago. But I know it's something that they carry, well, used to anyways. I think they still carry them. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree for a very long time. Okay, so now let's go back here to this page. And I think what I want to do here is, look, I have some pieces here, but this is kind of boring to just do a pocket flat like that. So what if we just do a tear? A tear. Not a very good tear, but a tear. Okay. Let's do something like that. And then we're just going to tear. And it's kind of sort of somewhat of the same way. A little different. There. And let's ink this with, let's see, here's my inker, and here it is. What am I using? Ground espresso. Go. I'm not really doing it, I just want to define it a little bit. And I think, I guess we kind of have to do them like this, don't we? I'm going to just take this one over a little bit more. There. There we go. That's a little, yeah. That works for me. And this I will glue. There we go. And we're just going to pull this up about like so. I want it to have a little bit of outline. Okay, and then this one, I'll just put it up a little bit. There we go. We're just going to do this, I think, right about here. Yep, right about there. I hope I'm in screen. There we go. Okay, then that gives me another tuck spot, place to decorate. And let's see, does this take that inking? Kind of, but not really. I might do some, I don't know, something to take away that stark white. You know? Yeah. Just, white has its place. It does. I don't have anything against white. I just like to have, there, okay. So I have some, I have some stickers that I have been wanting to use, and it's for me. So I want to, He heard me and delivered me from all my fears. And I'm just going to put that right in there. And that's what I'm going to do on my pages. I won't do it with you, but I will do a little flip through when I'm done decorating everything. Well, this is going to be a tricky one to get off too, apparently. And I think we're going to do, we have one more. Oh yeah, okay, well, I'm going to carry on with those. I will. And I'll do it when I decorate my pages. Now this here, what should we put here? Let's put a little, what did I do with them? I'm looking for an envelope. Here. Little envelope that I had. Oh, if I would have thought of that, I could have put it to, oh. This looks mighty big, doesn't it? This looks, oh, there we go. Okay, so we can leave this open. We can make this a tuck spot. And this is just something. Okay, that's, doesn't want to stay down for me, does it? But again, that's something more I can decorate, put something there to hold it down in place. And I'm just going to make a pocket out of this. So we're just going to go around the house and leave the front door open. Okay. We're just going to put this right, like, I think right about there. So we can get into our little pocket that we created. And there we go. Okay. So we have that done. And I'll let that dry. And we have this done. Okay, so now let's do something here. Because we have this pocket here. And what I was thinking about the pocket was that, you know, I have my scraps. Go for longer ones here, not too short. Okay, and this one here, because those are all going to fit. So let's just take and put it off about yay much. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. This is, I've done pretty good. These were 12 by 12 sheets of paper, and I'm getting them used up. And we're going to go right about here, I think. There we go. Put that over there. That's going to work. Yep. So then I'm going to take my corner rounder, because I don't like pointy corners. Let's see if I can do 2 at a time. That I can do, I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's use the large one. So my hubby, it's my birthday and our anniversary coming up soon. And my hubby says, what would you like to do? And we haven't been on a date night for a while. And so I said, well, why don't we go to our favorite hotel. We have a view of the river, which is a gorgeous view. There we go. See, now I have papers when you just need that real quick little place to write a note. And get on here. Get. Okay, so done with that. Then, what else do I need to do? I can do everything else off camera. I'm going to fix the little mucks and messes and whatnot. But so far, that actually has turned out quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish decorating this. I'm going to use some washi tape. And I will come back and we'll do a little flip through. And I'll show you what I did. All right. See you in a bit. Alrighty, so I am back, and here are my scraps that are left from my 6 12 by 12 pages. I think I did pretty good. So let's have a look and see what I did. So I took and I got my washi tape out, and I just made my pages look a little prettier. My little notebook, note pieces of paper, emergencies. I don't know. If I need to write something down. This here is the bottom of those coffee pages that I did, and I just stuck them together because sometimes you just need to write a little measurement of something, or just a real quick number or something, and that's what that can be used for. And so then this is the pocket that we did, and I finally got all those backings off those stickers. Those were really hard. So this is part of my leftovers, and I just made them look a little fancy with some washi tape. And I used this washi tape throughout the, excuse me, I got the hiccups now, throughout the whole book. And so lots of little pieces to write on and store in there if I have to. Okay, so I left the calendar as is. I just dirtied it up a little, made it a little grungy. I can put something on there, but for now, I'm just going to leave it this way. And so each page is the same, the month, and then a place to write. And each one of these have a different saying on here, or a different Bible verse on here. And that's just for me. And considering what it was, I think it looks pretty good, and it can stay on my desk. All right, there's December. So then for this one, I did that envelope, and I just, when I was looking for some other looking for some paper, I found this. I thought, oh, well, this is so cute. And I believe that this comes from Petals and Parchment. One of her kits from a while back. Which one? I don't know, but that's what that's from. And then these are the last of my scraps, and I just put a little bit of washi tape on each one just to give it that little bit of oomph. Make it look pretty. Make it look like it belongs. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And then this here is just the some of the pages here. And this, once this is empty, I can just take that out and put more in. So there we have it. I think it turned out really well from what it was, this to this. I think I did pretty good. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Is this something that you would do? Do you find something like that handy? I think I will have it. I will use it. I'm quite sure that I will find it handy. And it's not like it's going to hide on my desk. So, thank you for joining me for my first Scrap Stash and Mayhem of 2026. And I'll see you again next Saturday with something new. All right, bye-bye.